Okay, this is Eric Linwood. I'm back with you with EDF powered spring powered universal exoskeleton armor. And I basically went ahead and did some more work on the spine area right here. And I went ahead and put the longer pieces on here, and I had did them earlier, and I was gonna bolt these pieces. If you bend them up like this, you can see they cut in the angle. And these pieces I made originally to bolt onto the belt, and it was supposed to bolt on here anyway. But to get them to work with this bracket here, I had to flip them upside down. But the cool part about that is once I get this welded, this bracket piece here welded, I got this piece here basically to keep the forks in the optimum position to feed into the belt or mount to the belt. But once I weld this little bracket here, the bolts will still come out, and I can actually flip the bracket here, and you can actually mount it directly to the belt itself. The holes I got in here already match the holes that I have in the belt. So I'll take these off and just flip this bracket here once I get it welded, and I can actually mount it directly to the belt if I want, or I can leave it to where I slide it into these brackets here. I haven't wired it up yet. I just been doing a little work with the spine, and even though it's a dual spine, it's not a single spine. It still, as you can tell, shifts left or right fairly easy. I mostly wanted it forcing I'm bending forward, leaning forward to give me that kickback I want, the spring back I want if I'm leaning forward or back to get me back in the upright position. If you look at an exoskeleton, which I'll post a picture of exoskeleton later or in a minute, and it'll show on an exoskeleton or the skeleton of a human body itself, the spine is actually the smallest part right here in the area. In this area, it's actually the weakest part of the whole body. Um, like this known fact, it only takes 15 pounds of pressure to break the neck, which would be up in this area. That's why I got the protection plate right there too for the back of the neck. Don't want to get paralyzed, but in general, it's the same down here. You just have more muscles for us around your stomach area to protect that and hold it up. But in the position of carrying a whole bunch of weight, I went on with the dual spine because I actually wanted my back stiffer. Leaning forward and back, mostly forward, is a normal function for everybody. No matter what occupation or what you're doing, it's a pretty normal function. But leaning left or right, depending, um, it's not really a function that you use as much or to its extreme degree as in for it's pushing the body to its max unless you do an extreme sport or some force leaning left or right. But at the same time, when you lean in left to right, you have more chance, especially when you carry like heavy armor or heavy backpack or something like that, or if you're in a screen position to where you're getting like or you fall or you get hit in this area in the side impact. I actually stiffen the spine up mainly just so it'll be stronger in that area. Like I said, I'm gonna post a human exoskeleton. You'll see that it's just the spine right there. There's no other structure holding you up. That's why a lot of people have a lot of back problems, lower back problems, and things because that one area is just bones that actually fit in your hand working together with ligaments and muscles keeping itself. I mean, it's not very big and it's not very strong area. So I wanted it, especially carrying the heavier weights, to actually be stronger in that area. And I actually wanted to limit out of all the places I wanted to get the maximum flexibility. I actually wanted to limit flexibility in that area for as uh, the tilting left and right just to avoid injury, and then with the spring assist helping me upright myself for its bending forward and back. So that's the reason why I built it a dual instead of a single to actually strengthen it up. I could have did a single, but it'll move around a little bit too much more um, than I wanted. In certain cases, depending on how you're injured or how you receive impact to the body, it's actually better to be stiffened or in a stronger position than it is in a limp position depending on how you're hit. I mean, unless you're falling from a tall, long distance, and it just depends. And armor in that case not necessarily going to help you. You more want cushion or padding. I'll be back more with you with more upgrades and more work and more progress. And I'll be suiting up pretty soon. Hopefully, like I said, well, the next video, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and test these legs out probably later on. I get free time from the kids making so much noise. And I'll put the legs on and see what's going on with those. Did all these adjustments to them and got to see how they function. Like I said before, I put the whole suit on and start running around in it. You're going to put these legs together.